Hello everyone, this is Donna from Even the Scales, and I'm on my channel right now to talk about the abuse that I've gone through here in Campbelltown, New South Wales since I woke up this morning. As soon as I woke up from my sleep this morning, the known pervert predator that lives diagonally to me was breathing cigarette smoke into my home. So I went to sleep with that last night. I went to sleep with him doing that in my room because he's viewing into my bedroom. He was lurking over me last night, and he was lurking over me as soon as I woke up this morning, waiting for me to wake up so that he could breathe cigarette into my home the minute that he knew that I had gone from a sleeping state to waking up, because the device, the implant that's been planted in my body tells these people my vital signs. So he was waiting to carry out abuse when I woke up. He's breathing cigarette smoke into my home. He's been doing that all morning. He was just doing it just then. So that's why I'm making this video now, because I just want to make it known. I think I had to put up, I don't know, I lost count of how many videos I had to put up yesterday to protect myself from these neighbours. These neighbours just cannot accept I'm not dead, and they're trying to kill me. They're watching my heartbeat on a monitor as they're carrying out this abuse. I'm being tortured in my home. The landlords, St George Community Housing, whoever owns St George Community Housing, whoever is telling these neighbours what to do, that person cannot accept that I'm not dead. They know they're about to lose everything. And what I don't understand is, why don't these people get that they are caught? And what I also don't understand is, why are they still here? Why aren't they in jail? They're tampering with my air. I know these people are caught. I mean, anyone can sense that. Anyone can sense that there's been a big change, there's been a big shift, just because of the way the abuse has calmed down so much. But there's just these relentless people. And now I've said that, there'll probably be people that'll think, oh, we can't have her thinking that it's over. We've got to go and carry out some abuse, because that's what they do. So that happened as soon as I woke up. This person is obsessed with stalking me. They all are. There's one person here who, when I go out, every time while I'm out, this person goes and places a different object in the carport where I park my car. And that object is placed there to psychologically abuse me. This person's done it about the past half a dozen times I've gone out. This is how desperate these people are. And I just look at it and I know what they're doing, and I just think, how desperate. These people are desperate, and they're dangerous right now. They are. I didn't even get to my car before there was people carrying out abuse. And they use number plates. They use vehicles. They use transport. Any kind of transport that they can find, they'll use to stalk me. And they often use number plates that have, different letters that represent words. And I find that whoever is coordinating this abuse, I don't know why, but they seem to have a theme every day. It's like, okay, today we're going to abuse her with this, everybody. That's the theme of the day. So if you can find this, if you have this, if you look like this, if you can be here at this time, this is what they're doing. And they're all working together, and these people must be going to one place on some kind of platform, game, something like that, where they are stalking me in my home. They're watching into my home. They're watching my devices illegally. I mean, these people can see everything I do on my laptop and on my phone. I have absolutely no privacy. And then they are also tracking my vehicle. And whoever's coordinating this, they must put people at every place where it's possible that I could go. They have everything covered. Okay, she might go here today to that organisation to use their services, so we'll have this many people here and we'll have them carrying out this kind of psychological abuse. Then at that shopping centre, we'll have these people there. This is the theme of the day. If you can do this, do that. Just try and get close to her. You know, but they don't have, sometimes they have had just people crowd around me to carry out abuse. That has been done. But most of the time, there's always somebody in my vision, whether it's straight ahead, left, right, behind me, at 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. There's someone there carrying out abuse everywhere I go, right, you know, in the radius of my vision, from every direction. These people are set up. They're going on some kind of platform to do this. They're going to one place. They're also watching my heartbeat on a monitor as they do this. They're viewing into my home illegally. Like, there was just one person, she just carried out abuse that was based on what I watched on the TV. So this is the kind of thing they do. They watch everything I watch in my home on the TV. They watch everything I do on my devices. They watch everything I do in my home, and then they get ideas to carry out abuse. And they're playing this like some kind of game. And yeah, these people are very desperate right now. I mean, someone just knew I was going to buy milk. So they placed themselves where the milk fridge was, and that person was stalking me. I know they were. They see if I need anything in my home. Oh, she needs that. She's going to be going there. Okay, let's set some stalkers up there. So that's what just happened to me. I went out and I was stalked by people. The second I walked out my front door, there was cars going past that were stalkers. There was also stalkers that were walking, and there were, like, as I drove past them, they put stalkers all the way there and all the way back when I'm driving, just to create distractions. I don't look at them anyway because I know what they're doing. And they also send stalkers after me on the road from every single direction. And that just happened. And I was only out a second because I just went to get one thing, and I reckon I would have been stalked by about 20 people just then. And I only went like not even half a K up the road. So that's what they just did. And these stalkers, the ones that are around my home, these people are obsessed. They're dangerous, they're so obsessed, and they're desperate because they know, you know, anyone can see these people are caught. But what I don't get is that why are they still here tampering with the air in my home? I mean, that's an emergency. That's dangerous. And with how obsessed these people are, that's, that's very stressful because I don't know what they're going to do. There's people here. The woman downstairs has sent gas into my home in the past. She's constantly sending this dust into my home. It's not good for my health. It's been going on for almost a year now, and she won't stop. My home's absolutely covered in it. And I've just been hoping that she stops. I've been holding off. I won't do it today. I'll wait till tomorrow. Hopefully they'll stop the abuse tomorrow, but they're not. So, because I clean it up, and then straight after I clean it up, she makes a mess again. And she does that to deliberately provoke me. She's so smug about it. She also does it so that I have to constantly be cleaning my home to store my life, to keep my life stalled so that I can't do other things. And this is what all these people are trying to do. So, yeah, there must be some items that are on a list. These people have a list. They also take notes of everything I do. And they have some kind of list or some kind of platform that they're going to online where they're getting these ideas from. Okay, I can use that. I can find that and I can go and put it there. And that's what they do. So far this morning I've had 2 neighbours well, 3, because she's been sending dust into my house. You know, sometimes I don't see it because she does it while I'm sleeping, deliberately, to affect my breathing as I sleep. And then there's these other 2 people that are actually sending the air from their homes through, and both of them, their homes, you know, they stalk me so much that I don't think they take care of their homes. And, I mean, I think the idea is to have your home like that, where these people are concerned, so that the smell's offensive to me when they send the smell through. And, you know, I'm worried about the airborne germs that are in that. I'm also worried about the dust this woman's sending through and the cigarette smoke, because I can't handle toxins. I have a condition where I just can't handle them anymore. Otherwise, I'd still be smoking cigarettes myself. But luckily, for some reason, I can't tolerate them. So lucky for me, because that's probably given me an extra 10 years. So when he breathes that smoke in, it makes me weak, it makes me sick, it makes me feel like I've smoked cigarettes. And the dust, it also accumulates. My body starts rejecting it, and it starts accumulating in my throat. This is how much this woman's affecting me. This landlord too. This landlord is doing this. St George Community Housing. I think I put up probably last night about 10 posts about that landlord, and I did them in big, bold, capital letters because I wanted them to be noticed, because that's the only thing that seems to stop him. But last night, that didn't stop him. This is how desperate this landlord is. This is how desperate he is. That, you know, I'm putting these posts up that and they're all true. And this is how desperate he is. He's willing to take that risk. And the reason he's willing to take that risk is he actually must believe that he's going to cover this up if he can take my life. And then the corrupt ambulance drivers that stalked me yesterday and the corrupt police that stalked me yesterday here in Campbelltown, New South Wales, can come and cover it all up for him, because they're all working together. So that's how desperate this landlord is. And people know what he's doing, and there's people that care about me that know what he's doing. So every time these people tamper with my air or put me through abuse, I'm going to be on this channel. And I hope that the landlord's going to stop. I hope that he's going to tell these people to stop abusing my air. Because with what's happening now, this landlord and these 3 neighbours are really the only people that are still trying to kill me. And they're working 24 hours a day to do that. So if anything happens to me, they'll be responsible for it. And they're watching my heartbeat on a monitor. And this is why last night, this creep that breathes smoke into my house, when he knows my heart rate's rising, he'll do it more. He'll just overwhelm my home with smoke. And that, you know, I was panicking last night, and that's why I put those posts up. You know, I've got severe PTSD, and I need urgent help. It's absolutely urgent that I get help. It's an emergency, and that's why I can't see why these people are still here tampering with my air. Like, that's very serious. And I know that, you know, the leaders of Campbelltown are aware of what's happening. And the police they're viewing into my home illegally. They've been over in the helicopter this morning just to make their presence known. They didn't stalk my home, but they've been over. So I don't know why these people are still here tampering with my air when they've tried to kill me every day for the past 22 months. And 3 of them. And he's doing it now. He's breathing into my home now. This is how smug this person is, and he does it for attention. Last night, they do it for attention. There's certain times of the day where this landlord has these people viewing into my home that pay money to watch me be put through abuse, and that's another thing, you know. There's people viewing into my home every day, waiting, watching to see if I'm going to have a mental health breakdown or if I'm going to die. So I've got all these people viewing into my home, wishing death on me every day, judging every little thing I do. You know, what I do is none of these people's business. My privacy is being violated here. This landlord has violated my life on so many levels. And, you know, people will probably laugh about that because I think there's levels to these people viewing into my home. You know, and that's not funny. This landlord's not going to think it's funny when he's caught. So yeah, there's some kind of platform, online website or something on the dark web where these people are going, they're playing it like a game, they're viewing into my home. It's like they're betting or something like that. They've invested money in this. Some of these big organisations that are involved, they've invested money in me. You know, they're codependent on me dying. They're relying on me dying. So they're viewing into my home every day. They're sending stalkers after me. This landlord just preys on my life all day, every day. He must be some kind of madman. And he's not accepting that I'm not dead. So that's why this is very dangerous, the situation I'm in. And he's ruthless. He's absolutely ruthless. But I really don't think he must be too smart either. Because why would you be trying to take someone's life while they're talking about it on their channel? And especially now when there's over 12 months of information on my channel about the abuse that this landlord has put me through. Like more than ever now, the scales are tipped in my favour because of that, because of how long I've had to try and defend my life here. I spend all day, every day, defending my life from these neighbours, this vile creep. He's a known pervert, predator. They've matched him up either with someone from my past that stalked me when I was 14 years old, or that's him. Because this is the extremes they've gone to. They've gone back and they've looked for all the traumas I've been through in my life. They found this person and they're using him because that's the most disgusting, sickening thing ever. So he's repulsive. He's repulsive. This person has no boundaries. He has no respect for anybody or anything. He's cruel. He is breathing smoke into my home now. He does it for attention from the other people viewing into my home. He thinks that he just has so much power and he's so smug about it. And then when I go outside to go to my car, he makes sure he's out there so that I've got to walk past him and know that this creep is viewing into my home. He's lurking over me in my room, in my bedroom of a night. And this landlord, I've said it before, there's no amount of money in the world that this landlord's going to find to compensate me for that. Or for the other, like that's just one person. I don't know how many people. There could be people in jail viewing into my home. There could be anybody, creeps, pedophiles, stalkers, murderers. I don't know. They're paying to view into my home. It's disgusting. And another thing is, because I'm an empath and I pick up on people's energy, that is another thing. You know, I can get sick, physically sick, from having this kind of people around me. I'm surrounded by them. I'm sure that they found the worst kind of narcissists that they could possibly find to do this. People that just have no empathy, people that, you know, the 3 people that connect to my unit that are tampering with the air, they're capable of murder. And this is how smug they are. This creep's still breathing into my house right now as I'm making this video to try and protect myself for YouTube. So this is how he is. He doesn't care. He thinks it's a big joke, because that's the mentality of him. And he yesterday, I've said on the videos, he hasn't left his home in 22 months because that's how obsessed he is with stalking me. But yesterday, because I said that, they made sure that someone was picking him up at the front when I went out. So this is what they do. Anything I say, you know, they'll carry out psychological abuse around it. And yesterday, yeah, he made sure he was out the front when I was going out so that I'd have to see him. And he also like, he was quite aggressive. He was quite aggressive. He looked at me and he said, "What's wrong with you?" You know? And I wasn't doing anything. And that's the second time he's done that. So yeah, now they're sending stalkers past on trail bikes. And that's to abuse me. That's to psychologically abuse me. That's to humiliate me, actually. They do that to humiliate me, because I have no dignity. Have no dignity in my home. I deserve respect, and I'm being put through horrific abuse, mostly by men in this town, but there's a lot of women too. Like, just when I went out just then, there was women stalking me. But mostly men. Most of the stalkers that go past my house, they're men. And they're deliberately putting me through humiliation. You know, it's really depraved people that are still involved in this. There's one person over the back of me. They don't rent from St. George Community Housing. This person's pressed, man. They don't do anything else but watch me. And he stirs his dogs up all the time. And he does that deliberately. Like, he torments his dogs deliberately so that they'll bark to create distractions, so that what I'm doing, I can't, you know, concentrate. And you can tell he just stopped. He deliberately torments his dogs, and there was something that he did when this abuse first started. He was making the dog yelp. So I mentioned that on a video when I started doing these videos, when I started to protect myself. But this person stalks me all day long. That's all they do. He's obsessed, he or she. I don't know what they are or who they are. I don't know. I don't look at them. I don't know who they are. I wouldn't know them if I walked past them. But this person is absolutely obsessed with viewing into my home illegally. That's for sure. So I need urgent help here. If you watched this video, thank you. If you can help me in any way, please help me. If you can help me to get justice here, if you can help me have these neighbours and this landlord held accountable for what they're trying to do here, because they're trying to kill me. Make no doubt about that. The people around me are desperate. They are trying to kill me. They're trying to cause me panic attacks all day, every day. They're watching my heartbeat. It's attempted murder every time they try and cause me panic, because I have severe PTSD and they know it. So they're deliberately provoking all day, every day. And this creep is so smug. And for as long as I live, for as long as this goes on, my goal is to have him put in jail where he belongs. because when he's put in there, he's not going to be getting out for a very long time. He's tried to kill me every day for at least 22 months. He's been involved in this abuse for 5 years. And he's tampering with my air, and he stalks my every move. And he has, the amount of times these people have abused me, these neighbours, that's what I mean. There's no amount of money this landlord's got that's going to be able to compensate me for this. I'll be traumatised for the rest of my life for this, for sure. And he's still breathing smoke into my house now. This is how smug he is. And yeah, he's doing it for attention from the people that are watching into my home. Because that's his mentality. I'm in danger. Please, if you can help me raise awareness, please do, because that's what needs to happen. And the public deserve to know that there's corrupt members of the justice system and health system and landlords that are abusing innocent people to death to try and escape accountability for their crimes. Thank you for listening.